Good morning, friends. My name is the Great Gorbinsky, and today we will be dealing with a topic that many of us find interesting, and even it raises our curiosity. So, the first question that I'm going to ask is all of you must have purchased a hard disk drive. Now, in my case, I purchased a 160 gigabytes hard disk drive, but to my shock, I found that it was only having 148 gigabytes of space as what it should have been showing me, the 160 gigabytes. Now this leads to a total overall loss of 12 gigabytes. Now many of us are curious, asking our friends, where did this much space vanish away? Few of us get the replies, it went to the OS recycle bin, as the recycle bin stores many of your deleted files, so even that would be consuming some space. Some of them reply us with the system files. They are the ones that could have occupied some space. Well, but none of these are quite easy to digest and to be accepted as a fact. The answer to this question, that why does a hard disk drive or any storage device shows you less space as what had been printed on that? It should be showing you the same exact amount of space. After all, you are paying for that. And if you need the answer to this, you need to answer one question. 1 kilobyte equals how many bytes? If you can answer this question, well, then you are quite close to getting the answer yourselves. As per the calculation, 1 kilobyte equals 1024 bytes. Now, in the normal day-to-day world, in the real world, we are not supposed to be dealing in these kind of figures. Say for example, 1 kilogram equals 1000 grams. Why we are comfortable in dealing with this? That is because of the SI metric system that was invented around 200 years ago. The name metric was attached to this system was because of the fact that 10 and multiples of 10 could be used in such a kind of system. And then our calculation was quite simple. But then this odd figure creates some problem for us. It's not quite easy, even though it's not a big number, 24, but still. Now, why did this come up? The answer to this is to the fact that computers do not like the way we do. Computers think of in 2 and multiples of 2. Why 2? That is because they think of in only 2 digits. It's either in a 0 or in 1. So if we do a permutation or a combination, with only 2 options, 0 and 1, we can only get 2 combinations, either 1001 or whatever we are used to getting. So that is the why 2, and x means whatever you want, you can put it over here. In that case, if we get it like a 2 to the power of 10, that would give us 1024 bytes. And that's how 1 kilobyte equals 1024 bytes. Now, the thing that you might be asking, why exactly this is important to us? Well, ideally it should have been 1 kilobyte equals 1000 bytes, but not as per the computer's calculations. As per the computer's calculations, it is 1024, and that's what we are supposed to follow. But this is not something that manufacturers are comfortable with. They will sell you the hard drive as per this calculation. 1 kilobyte equals 1000 bytes. Then this will lead us to a loss of 24 bytes. Now that is not much, but when considering a size of about 1 gigabyte, then this figure becomes quite big, as because 1 gigabyte size is already having 1000 megabytes. So think of the same fact as what would 160 gigabytes mean. As per the calculations, it leads to almost like a 7% approximate loss. The loss means it's not an exact physical loss, but you're paying for less amount of space. The thing which was promised to you was not given. But this calculation is also relative. By relative, I mean the Microsoft operating systems, be it XP or Windows 7, will give you the calculations as per this. Whereas in Linux systems, you'll be getting the calculation as per this. So it's really a matter of which operating system exactly you're using that will decide what is the space that you are seeing available with you on your system. So this is what the question was, and